Hey everyone, 2025 has been an incredible year for the Nintendo Switch, and today we're counting down the top 30 best games that came out this year. Whether you're into action, RPGs, or just want something fun to play, this list has got you covered. Let's jump right in. Ball X Pit on Nintendo Switch is one of those rare indie titles that catches you off guard with how smartly it blends arcade reflexes and roguelite depth. At first glance, it looks like a simple arena game. Your character drops into a vast pit filled with waves of enemies, armed only with a set of bouncing, physics-driven projectiles. But the deeper you go, the more strategic it becomes. Each run challenges you to master ball types that behave differently. Some ricochet wildly off walls, others pierce through enemies, and a few unleash elemental effects that can completely change your approach. Outside the pit, you return to an evolving hub city, where your progress shapes future attempts, unlocking new heroes, abilities, and upgrades that stack into meaningful, long-term growth. The story unfolds quietly, through environmental clues and brief encounters, hinting at a world rebuilding after a mysterious cataclysm. It's a perfect blend of action and planning, rewarding precision, curiosity, and persistence in every descent. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo is a refreshing mix of action, exploration, and puzzle solving that feels both nostalgic and inventive. You play as Pipistrello, a small yet determined hero who discovers a mysterious yo-yo imbued with strange powers. What starts as a simple quest quickly unfolds into a layered adventure across interconnected regions filled with hidden paths, clever environmental challenges, and expressive characters. The yo-yo isn't just a weapon. It's the heart of the gameplay, acting as a tool for traversal, combat, and problem-solving. You'll swing across gaps, ricochet off walls, and pull off precise trick shots to reach new areas or outsmart enemies. Each region introduces fresh mechanics that keep movement and combat engaging, encouraging experimentation rather than repetition. The story balances humor and intrigue, revealing its world through subtle dialogue and visual storytelling instead of lengthy exposition. It's a game that rewards curiosity, skill, and creativity, making every moment with the Cursed Yo-Yo feel genuinely satisfying. Trails in the Sky First Chapter on Nintendo Switch is a JRPG that shines through its careful balance of story, exploration, and combat. You follow Estelle Bright and her adopted brother Joshua as they take on assignments for the Bracer Guild, traveling through a richly detailed kingdom where every town, village, and countryside feels lived in. The gameplay blends turn-based combat with tactical depth. Each character has unique crafts and arts, and positioning and timing can turn the tide of battle. Outside of fights, the game emphasizes exploration and interaction, with side quests, hidden secrets, and character-driven dialogue that gradually reveal the broader world and its conflicts. Progression is rewarding but measured, with equipment and ornament customization allowing for strategic choices that impact how you approach challenges. The story unfolds at a deliberate pace, weaving humor, intrigue, and personal stakes without ever feeling forced. For players who enjoy taking their time to explore, experiment in combat, and immerse themselves in a living, breathing world, this is a standout experience that combines narrative depth with satisfying gameplay loops. Dragon Quest I and II HD 2D Remake on Nintendo Switch brings two of the series' earliest adventures into a modern, visually striking form while keeping the core gameplay that made them classics. The first game casts you as a lone hero journeying across a kingdom threatened by dark forces, while the second expands the scope, letting you control a party of characters from multiple realms working together to confront a looming evil. Combat is traditional turn-based, emphasizing careful selection of attacks, spells, and items, with enemy encounters requiring strategy rather than pure reflexes. Exploration remains rewarding. Towns, dungeons, and overworld paths are filled with secrets, NPCs, and side quests that enrich the narrative and world building. The HD 2D presentation combines crisp pixel art characters with layered environments and dynamic lighting, giving a sense of depth and atmosphere without compromising the charm of the originals. The story unfolds gradually, balancing heroic stakes with quiet, character-driven moments, creating an experience that's engaging both for longtime fans and newcomers to the series.
Journey. Well met, traveler. In addition, instead of playing 1v1 as in the original, you, the hero, will be battling against multiple enemies. You will have to master a broad set of fighting skills and magic abilities to keep the burgeoning horde of horrific nasties from terrorizing Alefgard.
Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2 brings together two of the most inventive 3D platforming experiences in the series, offering a blend of creativity, precision, and charm that remains unmatched. Both games take Mario on journeys across a variety of planets and space-themed levels, each with its own gravity, obstacles, and puzzles that constantly challenge your platforming skills. The first game introduces the core mechanics of spinning, launching, and gravity-based movement, while the sequel expands on these ideas with new power-ups, the ability to ride Yoshi, and more dynamic level designs that encourage experimentation. Exploration is consistently rewarding. Hidden collectibles, secret paths, and unique environmental interactions make each galaxy feel alive and distinct. The story is light and approachable, focusing on Mario's quest to save Princess Peach and restore order to the cosmos, but it never overshadows the gameplay. With precise controls, clever stage layouts, and imaginative visuals, this collection is a testament to how playful design and mechanical depth can create timeless platforming adventures that appeal to both longtime fans and newcomers. Lunar Remastered Collection brings together two of the series' most beloved JRPGs, offering a polished way to experience their rich worlds and character-driven stories. You step into expansive fantasy landscapes as young heroes whose ambitions and fates intertwine with the broader struggles of their kingdoms. Exploration is central. Towns, dungeons, and open areas are filled with secrets, NPC interactions, and side quests that reward curiosity. Combat retains its classic turn-based style, but benefits from smoother controls and refined pacing, letting you focus on strategy and character abilities without unnecessary friction. Party composition, equipment, and magic choices allow for meaningful customization that influences both battles and progression. The storytelling balances intimate character moments with larger-scale events, unfolding naturally through dialogue, events, and environmental cues, avoiding heavy-handed exposition. The remastered visuals and updated presentation give these timeless adventures a fresh look, while preserving the charm and emotion of the originals. For fans of thoughtful exploration, strategic combat, and engaging narratives, this collection delivers a fulfilling and enduring JRPG experience. UFO 50 on Nintendo Switch is a unique anthology that stands out by offering 50 distinct games in one package, each with its own style, mechanics, and challenges. The collection spans genres from platformers and shoot-'em-ups to puzzle-oriented roguelikes, giving players a constant stream of fresh experiences without feeling repetitive. What makes it special is the way each game is framed as a lost title from a fictional 1980s publisher, creating a playful narrative layer that ties the anthology together without overshadowing the gameplay. Controls are tight across the board, and difficulty is thoughtfully tuned to encourage experimentation and mastery. Whether you're exploring a quirky puzzle, navigating a challenging platform sequence, or dodging waves of enemies. Several games support local multiplayer, adding a cooperative or competitive dimension that keeps sessions lively. For fans of retro-inspired design who also enjoy discovering inventive mechanics, UFO 50 delivers a varied, engaging, and surprisingly cohesive experience that rewards curiosity and skill across dozens of bite-sized adventures, making it a standout collection for the Switch library. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster offers an impressive package for JRPG lovers, thoughtfully bringing two of the genre's classic adventures into a format that's both accessible and faithful to their roots. In the first game, you start as a young hero whose journey through rebellion and destiny grows into a sweeping tale of political intrigue and personal growth. In its sequel, you step into the role of a group born of uneasy peace, and find yourself navigating shifting alliances, legacy, and the lingering shadows of war. On the gameplay side, the collection retains the turn-based combat and strategic party building that made the originals memorable. Recruiting dozens of characters, customizing your roster, and making decisions that shape how your story unfolds. The HD updates add clarity to the visuals and modern comfort features like faster battle speeds and autosaving, so you can focus more on the narrative and exploration rather than system friction. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 packs 8 classic fighting games into one package with online rollback netcode and tons of extras. The collection includes Capcom vs. SNK, Capcom vs. SNK 2, Capcom Fighting Evolution, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, and several others. There's no story mode connecting these games. Each fighting game has its own arcade mode, where you fight through a series of opponents with short narrative scenes. The gameplay varies between titles, but they're all 2D fighters where you use combinations of normal attacks, special moves executed with specific joystick motions and button presses, and super moves that require building up a meter. Capcom vs. SNK 2 is probably the highlight. It lets you pick characters from both Capcom and SNK franchises and choose between different fighting styles called grooves that determine how your super meter works. Some grooves let you stock multiple super moves, others give you a custom combo system, and some provide parrying mechanics. Each character has their own moveset and playstyle, from fast rushdown characters to defensive zoners and grappler types.
Are you okay? Next location is Osaka.
Shotgun Copman is a precision platformer that turns movement and combat into a tightly interwoven experience. You control the titular hero armed with a shotgun and secondary firearms, but the twist is that firing your weapons isn't just for offense. It's also your primary means of navigating levels. Each blast propels you through the air, allowing you to chain jumps, dodge hazards, and reach difficult platforms, while your secondary gun provides mid-air adjustments that reward skillful timing. Levels are carefully crafted to challenge both your reflexes and your planning, with hazards, enemies, and environmental puzzles designed to test mastery of these mechanics. Beyond the standard campaign, optional challenges such as speedruns, no damage runs, and full enemy clears encourage replay and creative approaches. The game's aesthetic is minimalist yet gritty, with sharp visuals and a driving soundtrack that amplifies the intensity of each stage. Rune Factory: Guardians of Azuma takes the series to a Japanese-inspired setting, where you play as a guardian, protecting the land of Azuma from a mysterious blight corrupting the environment and creatures. You arrive in a small village that's struggling to survive, and it's your job to help rebuild it, while investigating the source of the corruption. The game blends farming simulation with action RPG combat. During the day, you'll plant and water crops, raise monsters you've befriended, craft tools and equipment, and build relationships with villagers through conversations and gift-giving. When you're ready for adventure, you head into dungeons filled with monsters, where you use swords, spears, or magic in real-time combat. You can bring tamed monsters with you as companions, who fight alongside you and help with farm work back home. The relationship system lets you befriend and eventually marry eligible characters, and once you're married, you can have a family. Cooking plays a big role, since making dishes from your crops and foraged items restores health and gives buffs for dungeon exploration. Is This Seat Taken on Nintendo Switch is a deceptively clever puzzle game that turns the simple act of finding seats into an engaging and satisfying challenge. You step into the role of a character tasked with seating a variety of quirky patrons, each with unique preferences, dislikes, or needs, across diverse environments like buses, theaters, and events. The challenge comes from balancing these constraints: who can sit together, who needs space, and how objects in the environment affect placement, turning each level into a small logic problem that encourages experimentation and careful planning. Controls are intuitive, and the game's pacing is relaxed, letting you explore different arrangements without penalty. The story is woven lightly into the gameplay, following your character's journey across locations and interactions, adding charm and context without overshadowing the puzzles. Visually, it's clean and expressive, with playful character designs that make it easy to track preferences and reactions. Hollow Knight Silksong is a masterclass in Metroidvania design, delivering a deeply engaging and meticulously crafted adventure. You take control of Hornet, navigating the sprawling, haunting kingdom of Farloom, where each area, from shadowy forests and crumbling ruins to fog-laden peaks, is filled with secrets, enemies, and environmental challenges that reward exploration and curiosity. Combat is fluid and precise, blending agile movement, acrobatic dashes, and a variety of attacks that require timing, strategy, and adaptability against a wide range of foes and intricate boss encounters. As you progress, new abilities and tools unlock, opening paths to hidden areas, optional challenges, and valuable upgrades that deepen both exploration and combat options. The story is woven subtly into the world, providing context, stakes, and intrigue without interrupting the flow of gameplay, making each discovery feel meaningful. Visually, Silksong elevates its predecessor's aesthetic with detailed, hand-drawn environments, smooth animations, and atmospheric lighting that bring Farloom to life, while the score complements the tension and beauty of the journey. Wilmot Works It Out is a thoughtful and charming puzzle game that turns the act of organizing and assembling into a genuinely satisfying experience. You step into the role of Wilmot, tasked with sorting, arranging, and completing a variety of jigsaw-like puzzles that arrive as part of your daily routine. Each completed puzzle can be used to decorate your home, unlocking new rooms, furniture, wallpapers, and other decorative touches, which gradually transform your living space into a personalized and expressive environment. The gameplay emphasizes careful observation, rotation, and placement of tiles, while subtly introducing challenges such as mixed sets or extra pieces that encourage creative problem-solving. The story unfolds gently, framing your character's quiet life and growth without overwhelming the core puzzle mechanics. allowing the focus to remain on progression and experimentation. Visually, the game is clean and calming, with soft colors and subtle animations, while the soundtrack reinforces a relaxed, reflective pace. For enthusiasts who enjoy puzzles that reward patience, strategy, and attention to detail, Wilmot Works It Out combines meticulous gameplay with a soothing, rewarding progression loop, making it a standout for players seeking a low-pressure, yet deeply engaging experience. Gradius Origins brings the classic side-scrolling shoot-'em-up series back, with a new entry that honors the franchise's history, while adding modern touches. The story follows the pilot of the Vic Viper spacecraft as part of the Gradius military, defending against an invasion by the Bacterian Empire, threatening to destroy multiple star systems. You fly from left to right through levels, blasting enemy ships, dodging intricate bullet patterns, and fighting massive bosses. The signature power-up system returns, where destroying certain enemies drops power capsules that move your selection along a power bar at the bottom of the screen. You can activate power-ups whenever you want, choosing between speed boosts, missiles, lasers, options, floating orbs that mirror your fire, and shields. Managing when to activate power-ups is crucial, since dying makes you lose everything and restart weak. Each level has distinct visual themes and enemy types, from asteroid fields to organic alien structures. The game offers multiple difficulty settings and ship types with different power-up configurations. Pac-Man World 2 Re-Pac is a polished reimagining of a classic 3D platformer that brings Pac-Man into vibrant, fully explorable environments with refined controls and expanded gameplay. You guide Pac-Man through a variety of themed worlds, from lush forests and icy mountains to volcanic landscapes and ghostly realms, on a quest to recover the stolen golden fruit and stop the mischievous Ghost King. The game builds on its original run-jump-bounce mechanics with new moves like dashes, butt bounces, and throwable pack dots, adding depth to both combat and traversal. Levels are designed with exploration in mind, featuring hidden paths, collectibles, and challenges that reward curiosity and mastery, while boss encounters require timing and strategy rather than rote memorization. The story is light and approachable, providing motivation and charm without distracting from the platforming. Visually, textures, lighting, and camera control have been modernized, making navigation smooth and immersive. For fans of platformers who enjoy precise movement, thoughtful level design, and playful world building, Re-Pac delivers a satisfying mix of nostalgia and modern refinement.
Yummy! Tasty! Yummy!
Momodora Moonlit Farewell is a 2D action platformer set in a cursed kingdom where you play as a priestess named Momo, searching for her missing sister while trying to lift the curse consuming the land. You arrive at the kingdom just as darkness falls and nightmarish creatures begin emerging. And through exploration, you'll uncover the tragic history of what happened to corrupt this once peaceful place. The combat is tight and responsive. You have a leaf weapon for melee attacks that can be charged for stronger hits, a dodge roll with invincibility frames for avoiding damage, and a bell that shoots projectile attacks, consuming MP. Parrying is crucial for tougher enemies, requiring precise timing to deflect attacks and create openings. The game follows a Metroidvania structure, where you'll gain new abilities like double jump and wall climb that let you access previously unreachable areas. The world is interconnected, with shortcuts that open up as you progress, and save points also refill your health. Boss battles test your mastery of combat mechanics, with multi-phase fights requiring pattern recognition and quick reactions. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar is a standout entry in the farming simulation genre, blending traditional crop and livestock management with a dynamic marketplace system that adds depth and strategy to everyday farm life. You take on the role of a farmer in Zephyrtown, tasked with revitalizing the Grand Bazaar by growing a variety of crops, tending animals, crafting goods, and selling them at your personalized stall. The bazaar itself is a central gameplay loop. The way you present items, interact with customers, and optimize your production chain affects your success, creating a satisfying layer of strategy beyond standard farming. Exploration and movement are enhanced with new traversal mechanics like gliding and double jumps, allowing you to seamlessly navigate the town, fields, and surrounding areas. The story is gentle but engaging, focusing on community, friendship, and personal growth as you build relationships, uncover town secrets, and contribute to the revival of Zephyrtown. Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector is a narrative RPG where you play as a sleeper, a digitized human consciousness in an artificial body trying to survive as an indentured worker who's escaped from the corporation that owns you. You're aboard the Starward Belt, a massive ring station orbiting a gas giant, working odd jobs and helping other desperate people while staying hidden from corporate retrieval teams. The gameplay uses a dice-based system, where each day you roll a set of dice, and the numbers determine how effectively you can perform actions. You assign dice to different activities, like working jobs for money, building relationships with non-player characters, investigating leads, or maintaining your body, which deteriorates without regular stabilizer drugs. Higher dice rolls give better outcomes, while low rolls can lead to complications. Managing your limited dice between urgent needs and long-term goals creates constant, meaningful tension. The story branches based on choices you make and which characters you help, with multiple plotlines running simultaneously. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is a standout entry in the kart racing genre, merging high-speed action with creative track design and deep customization. You choose from a diverse roster of Sonic characters and guest racers, each piloting fully customizable vehicles with unique gadgets that affect speed, handling, and special abilities. The tracks are expansive and dynamic, featuring CrossWorlds sections where racers suddenly warp into alternate dimensions, forcing quick adaptation to new terrain, hazards, and shortcuts. Races demand both precision and strategy, as mastering each vehicle's handling and selecting the right gadgets can make the difference between victory and defeat. The game supports local split screen and online multiplayer for up to 12 players, creating engaging competition whether you're racing solo or with friends. While the story is light, it provides context and personality without overshadowing the core gameplay. Visually, the game is vibrant and detailed, with fast-moving environments and effects that keep every race thrilling. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment on Nintendo Switch 2 is a standout entry in the Warriors series, combining large-scale, fast-paced combat with the rich world and characters of the Zelda universe. You step into the shoes of heroes like Princess Zelda, King Rauru, and other iconic figures, taking part in epic battles against overwhelming hordes of enemies during the imprisoning war. Combat emphasizes fluid combos, strategic use of elemental zonai devices, and character-specific abilities that allow you to adapt to chaotic battlefields. Levels are expansive and designed to reward exploration and tactical thinking, with multiple objectives and hidden challenges that encourage revisiting stages. The narrative is woven into the action, offering context and stakes without overshadowing the gameplay, letting players focus on the thrill of commanding armies while still feeling connected to the world of Hyrule. With support for local co-op, including split-screen or linked consoles, the game is equally compelling solo or with a friend. Mario Kart World reinvents the traditional kart racing formula by blending classic mechanics with a fully open, interconnected world. Instead of isolated tracks, races take place across expansive environments, where plains, cities, forests, and even volcanic regions flow seamlessly into one another, encouraging exploration as much as competition. Players still enjoy the familiar drifting, power-up, and item-based chaos that defines the series, but the freedom to take off-road shortcuts, discover hidden paths, and tackle dynamic terrain adds a strategic layer to every race. The game supports both solo play and multiplayer, offering traditional Grand Prix formats alongside more experimental modes that challenge timing, skill, and adaptability. The story remains light and playful, emphasizing the fun and rivalry of the Mario universe, while allowing the world itself to shine as the main stage. Visually, the enhanced hardware delivers crisp, colorful environments, fluid animations, and dynamic effects that make each race feel alive.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, is an action RPG where you create a character and choose from 12 different life classes that determine your abilities and role in the world. The story follows your character meeting a mysterious girl named Iris, who has the power to manipulate time. But she's being hunted by a shadow organization that wants to use her abilities to rewrite history. You'll help Iris stay hidden while uncovering why she has these powers and what the organization is really planning. The game lets you switch between life classes anytime. You can be a paladin fighting with sword and shield, a wizard casting elemental spells, a hunter using bows for ranged combat, or choose gathering and crafting lives like miner, angler, blacksmith, or cook. Each life has its own skill tree and challenges to complete. Combat is real-time, where you lock onto enemies and use your equipped weapons moveset, along with special skills. The world is filled with monsters to fight, resources to gather, and quests to complete for non-player characters. Crafting is deep, gathering raw materials and processing them into equipment, food, or furniture for your house. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is a thrilling action platformer that builds on the franchise's legacy of precise, skill-based combat. You play as Kinji Mozu, a young ninja of the Hayabusa clan, navigating treacherous environments filled with enemies, traps, and challenging vertical terrain. Combat emphasizes timing, fluid combos, and strategic use of dashes, parries, and special attacks, rewarding players who master both movement and offense. Levels are designed to encourage exploration, with hidden paths, optional missions, and collectibles that deepen the experience and encourage replayability. The story grounds the action in a personal, clan-driven conflict against supernatural forces, providing motivation without slowing the pace of gameplay. Visually, Ragebound blends detailed pixel art with modern effects and smooth animations, creating a world that feels alive and responsive. For fans of precise platforming, challenging combat, and layered exploration, Ragebound offers a refined, exhilarating experience that honors the spirit of Ninja Gaiden while standing out on its own. Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist is a dark fantasy Metroidvania where you play as Lilac, an artificial human created to purify the fumes, a toxic mist that's corrupted the kingdom and transformed people into mindless homunculi. You wake up in an abandoned facility with no memories and must explore the ruined kingdom to understand what happened and find a way to stop the fumes from spreading further. The combat system lets you summon spirits of people you've saved to fight alongside you, and each spirit has unique attack patterns and abilities. You can equip multiple spirits and switch between them mid-combat to create combos or counter specific enemy types. Lilac herself can perform melee attacks and dodge rolls, but the spirits provide most of your offensive power. As you explore, you'll find corrupted bosses that were once important figures in the kingdom, and defeating them allows you to purify their spirits and add them to your collection. The game has light puzzle elements, where you use spirit abilities to access new areas. One spirit might create platforms, another could break specific barriers or reveal hidden passages. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles is a masterclass in tactical RPG design, blending deep strategy with a gripping, character-driven story. You follow Ramza Bulve and his companion Delita Heyral as they navigate a kingdom in turmoil, where political intrigue and personal stakes intertwine across a richly detailed world. Gameplay revolves around grid-based battles, where positioning, elevation, and turn order are just as critical as the abilities and jobs you assign to your characters. The job system is extensive, letting you mix and match classes like Dragoon, Thief, White Mage, and more to create versatile and synergistic teams. Each battle challenges your planning, adaptability, and foresight, while optional objectives and hidden secrets reward exploration and mastery. The narrative unfolds organically alongside the tactical encounters, balancing epic war-scale events with intimate character moments without overwhelming the gameplay. Visually, the game provides a choice between the classic aesthetic and a modernized, enhanced mode with refined graphics and UI, keeping the experience accessible to newcomers while appealing to longtime fans.
How about you?
Leave that to me.
An ambush. This day grows lovelier by the hour.
Nothing can stop.
Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition is an expansive sci-fi action RPG that immerses players in the alien world of Mira, where humanity must survive and rebuild after fleeing a destroyed Earth. You step into the role of a blade recruit, exploring massive, varied landscapes that range from towering mountains and dense jungles to sprawling deserts and intricate cave networks. The gameplay blends real-time combat with strategic planning, letting you choose and customize classes, upgrade weapons and skills, and pilot your own mech, called a Skell, for exploration and mechanized battles. Every corner of Mira rewards curiosity, offering side quests, hidden collectibles, formidable creatures, and environmental puzzles that deepen immersion. The story balances personal growth with larger stakes, gradually connecting your character's journey to the survival and development of humanity without overwhelming the gameplay. The Definitive Edition enhances visuals, refines mechanics, and adds content, making exploration and combat feel smoother, more responsive, and more rewarding.
All right, it's on.
Let's see what you've got.
Assault hammer! Flame grenade!
Absolum is a standout blend of beat-em-up action and roguelite design that rewards precision, experimentation, and strategic thinking. You step into the fractured world of Talum, a land under the oppressive rule of the Sun King Azra, choosing from a roster of distinct heroes, each with unique weapons, abilities, and combat styles. Gameplay emphasizes fast, fluid combat, chaining attacks, timing counters, and using each character's strengths to overcome waves of enemies and formidable bosses. The roguelite elements ensure that every run feels fresh, with different weapons, relics, and power-ups shaping your approach and encouraging mastery of both movement and offense. Levels are designed with variety and replayability in mind, featuring branching paths, hidden challenges, and environmental hazards that complement the core combat. The story provides context and stakes without overshadowing the gameplay, giving weight to each victory and defeat. Visually, Absolum pairs handcrafted animations with rich fantasy environments, making every swing and spell feel impactful. Local and online co-op add another layer of depth, allowing players to coordinate attacks and tackle challenges together.
Donkey Kong Bonanza blends the series' classic charm with inventive gameplay mechanics and expansive environments. You control Donkey Kong and Pauline as they explore layered underground worlds, ranging from lush forests and icy tundras to deep canyons and volcanic zones. Donkey Kong's strength-driven abilities are central to both combat and exploration. Smashing walls, punching through terrain, and using environmental objects as weapons or platforms keeps movement dynamic and engaging. Pauline complements him with unique transformations, allowing access to new abilities and creative solutions to environmental puzzles. Levels are designed to reward curiosity, with hidden paths, collectibles, and challenge courses that encourage replay and mastery. Local co-op enables simultaneous play as both characters, adding a collaborative dimension to traversal and combat. The story provides context and motivation without overshadowing the gameplay, keeping the focus on exploration, skill, and discovery. Visually, the game leverages enhanced hardware to deliver crisp, vibrant environments and fluid animations, while the level design balances verticality, pacing, and freedom of movement.
And climb through each environment. Using his incredible physical prowess, you can freely move in any direction. But that's not all. Almost anything in your path, you can smash, crash.
Hades 2 is a masterful roguelike that builds on the fast-paced combat and rich narrative of its predecessor, while introducing fresh characters, biomes, and mechanics. You take on the role of Malinoe, a child of the underworld, navigating shifting realms filled with mythological enemies and hazards as you confront the Titan of Time. Combat is fluid and precise, emphasizing weapon variety, synergistic boons from gods, and adaptive strategies that reward both reflexes and planning. Each run challenges you with new combinations of enemies, environmental hazards, and upgrades, keeping gameplay dynamic, while the intertwined narrative ensures that every failure contributes to progression, unlocking story elements, abilities, and enhancements for your next attempt. Levels are carefully designed to encourage exploration and experimentation, with hidden paths, secret challenges, and branching encounters that reward curiosity and skill. Visually, the game maintains the series' striking, hand-drawn aesthetic, with expressive character designs, dynamic lighting, and vibrant, chaotic combat that never feels overwhelming.
All back to dust.
It's him. Just a spell. It's just another spell. 10 words.
And that's the top 30 best Nintendo Switch games that came out in 2025. It's been an amazing year for the console, with remasters, new indie hits, and some seriously fun action games. Let me know in the comments which of these you've played or which ones you're planning to pick up. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more Nintendo Switch content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.